The Liberals have now lifted visa requirements for Mexicans entering Canada. They're so busy trying to reverse any conservative policy that they can't see the dangers in doing so. The former conservative government implemented restrictions after Mexicans started taking advantage of the system, coming here and claiming refugee status. It was estimated that as many as 250 Mexicans were applying per month at a cost of millions of dollars to Canadians. Well, now that the Liberals are lifting the restrictions, it's coming at a price of over $433 million over the next decade, which will be offset by just over $176 million tourism dollars and trade investments, which leaves Canadians with a price tag of well over $250 million. And that's not all we're paying for. According to a government document titled Implications for Canada Border Services Agency and Canada, obtained by Post Media News, Mexican drug cartels are expected to expand their presence in Canada by sending operatives and recruiting local airport and marine port workers with ties to Mexico. The Liberals are talking about all of the benefits that come along with the lifting of these visa restrictions, like growing air travel between our two countries, but they don't talk about the growth of criminal activity. In fact, they avoid it. Here's Minister of Immigration John McCallum sidestepping discussing risks and instead talking about welcoming Mexican tourists.
Mr. Speaker, unlike the previous Conservative government, we do welcome Mexicans to Canada. We welcome the tourists. We welcome their expenditures. We are monitoring the situation, but we are very happy to welcome more Mexican tourists to this country and to accept the jobs that go along with that.
Funny he didn't talk about welcoming more criminals that they're obviously aware of, judging by the documents obtained by Post Media. In 2014, The Sun also did an investigation that revealed that Mexican cartels are moving members to Canada to be in British Columbia and Calgary to accept drug shipments. The majority were said to be entering Canada illegally by the RCMP. So now that it's going to be easier for them to get here thanks to the Liberals, it's a no-brainer that they're going to set up shop across the country. That was 2 years ago. Imagine how many more criminals are here illegally that can now enter into the country legally. The problem with Liberals is that they see the world through rose-colored glasses and not through the lens of reality. They see the world the way that they want to see it, not the way that it is. I'm not saying that all Mexicans are criminals, but there are rules in place to deter the actual criminals from entering our country for a reason. The Liberals are just that much more interested in how they're perceived by the world than they are about the obvious risks to Canadians. Trudeau cares more about a snapshot of him and the President of Mexico jogging together, hitting the news cycle, than he does about the security of Canadians. How many kids or vulnerable people will it take getting hooked on cocaine or other street drugs via these welcome tourists, which is the umbrella term that McCallum used to describe all Mexicans entering the country, before the Liberals figure out that this is a bad idea? I doubt they'll even pay attention. After all, drug addicts aren't suitable for a good photo op. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks for watching. Did you hear about our big plan yet? We're growing here at The Rebel and we need your help. Visit thebigplan.ca for details.